Good morning, Quadcopter 101 here. And what I got for you today is something radically different looking quadcopter than I've ever seen before. This is the XK Detect X250. Now, XK Detect is a new brand. Actually, I believe it's a brand, another division of WL Toys, Wiley Toys, mainly because some of the products are interchangeable. And particularly in parts like the V303 versus the XK Detect X380 with each other, which is telling me that this is probably just a different division of Wiley Toys, like how General Motors is broken up in effect into different companies. But let's go into this quadcopter in particular. Now, this X250 feels very solid. Okay, it's a solid, well-built quadcopter. I'm surprised how well. It's very slim in appearance, very low drag, so I'm expecting this could possibly be a very fast quadcopter too. We'll find out here shortly. Overall impression, it appears to be like an upgrade to all the Latrax Alias clones. This is not a Latrax Alias. This is the next generation, in my opinion, to the Latrax Alias and all its numerous clones, such as like the V636 from WL Toys. This is something new. This is the next generation. Very impressive little quadcopter, the way it feels. But let's see how it actually flies. Let's go over the transmitter real quick. You have one key return and headless mode, which is activated by a quick press for one key return and a long press for headless mode here. This also has a camera that comes with it. Actually, a FPV 5.8 gigahertz camera pod that is available as an option to this quadcopter, and you activate that by taking a photo by a quick press of this and a long press for video. It also has slots for additional auxiliary devices. I don't know what those are going to be or will be. Possibly the bubble blowers from the V222 and the missile launcher from the V22. For those of you that remember that, that's possibly that you could use that with these. And actually, by pressing this button to activate them. Pressing down on the throttle stick changes your beginner to expert mode, and pressing down on the right pitch roll stick activates flip, and a long press to turn off the lights on the quadcopter to get longer flight out of this quadcopter. The biggie, though, that I haven't mentioned yet, is this thing is advertised at 300-meter range. Very impressive, if true. Because of that, I want to try, see if I can get the length of Satellite Lake here today. See, you know, this is going to be very hard to see at 300 meters if that's true. So that's where that FPV camera pod will come into play if that actually comes out for this quadcopter, to be able to fly this thing at 300 meters. So let's turn on the quadcopter. I like how it plugs into, keeps it nice. Everything on this thing is nice and sleek to keep the quadcopter, you know, to keep low drag on this quadcopter. Turning on the transmitter, binding it. Now the first thing I want to do is run it up slow and then turn off the transmitter, because we're going to do a range test. 1, 1002, 1003. Okay, it shuts itself down. That's what I want to know. I don't want this thing flying away on me if it flies out of range. Let's get into the air and go for a flight. This is beginner mode. Very good flyer. I can tell you right now, this is a very good flyer. Okay, let's try a higher rate. Doesn't seem to change rate. I press that button down. Maybe I'm pressing the wrong button. Okay, let's try the flip then. Okay. Let's do a flip again. It shut itself down in a flip. Why is that? We still got battery power. Oh, there's why. The plug came loose in that flip. Let's push that plug in real nice and snug so that doesn't happen again. Sorry about that, folks. That was my fault. I didn't push the plug all the way in when I did that. Binding it again. Let's do a flip again. Oh, it climbs and does a flip. So it maintains its altitude very well in a flip. How about a left flip? Well, it does that well. How about... Okay, I seem to be in high rate now. It's fast. You want to see this, I know that. Okay, I'm going to walk uphill here, or walk up here toward the far end of the field. The reason being, again, I want to do a demonstration of its range. So we're going to fly from one end of the field to the other, if I can do that. Again, this is going to be hard to see, though. Holy moly. It's at the far end of the field. I know I'm well past 150 meters there. See if we can go for 200. She's fast, boys. She's fast. Okay, maybe that range is true. It's 200 meters now. Holy moly, I almost said the C word. Holy crap. That's 200 meters, so maybe this 300 meter range advertised on this thing is true. Pretty badass quad. I like a long range quad. One more flight. Down to the end of the field, because I'm at the far end of the field. I think this thing's 500 feet in length. Right. I can do it. So that's about 500 feet, 550 feet. So they're not lying about the range. But to fly 300 meters with this thing, it's going to be difficult as heck to see at 300 meters, so you're definitely going to want that FPV pod, if that's true, that comes out with this if and when it does come out. Okay, let's fly this close in for the remainder of this flight. This is the finals. See if I can get a higher rate. That's beginner rate. Because beginner and expert rate apparently. To activate them, you have to hold the pitch roll stick. Let me show you how to switch between. Don't apply any pitch roll on it for some reason. I don't know why that would be. Okay, headless mode. One key return. That was the base heading. Oh my goodness. How does it know I'm here? Let's go down here and try that. Headless mode, one key return. Kind of works. That's not the direction I pointed this quadcopter, if I remember correctly. Let's go over here. One key return. Maybe that was the base heading. But for those of you who know headless mode, one key return. When you set a base heading, when you initially bind this quadcopter and you press this one key return, it's just going to fly backward down that base heading. And that base heading is the direction the quadcopter was pointed when you first activate it. Let's go into headless mode. Long press. And there we go, showing you this. Can't fly in headless mode. It is a good flyer in headless mode. Pretty damn cool, huh? Coming out of headless mode. You have to give it another long press to come back out of it. But again, the feature I like best in this thing, it is long range. It really is long range, which means I got to put an 808 on this. It's got to fly with the camera. Oh, it'll fly high too, folks. So this is like an upgrade to the V636 from WL Toys. I like it. I'm gonna have fun with this, especially with an 808 on it. The X250. Now, XK Detect seems to be the WL or Wiley Toys brand for high quality quadcopters like the X380. There's also another one coming out here I'm hoping to demonstrate shortly. It's a sport quadcopter from XK Detect. I believe it's X350 or something like that. We'll find out. But I would like to demonstrate that one also, but we'll see. Good quadcopter. Good long flight time too, if you notice. The battery on this thing, I believe, is 780 milliamp hour, which gives this good flight time. Very good flight time. Pardon me, I got some heartburn this morning from my morning coffee. Other thoughts, maybe, you know, if it had a even higher rate, that would make this even more desirable for me, for more fun. But this rate's fine enough, I guess. Let me flip this again. Let's see if we can get a barrel roll out of it. Almost. See if I can get a smooth barrel roll out of it, coming this way. Get some momentum going. Oh, I gotta get in the, there we go. Doesn't do smooth barrel rolls. How about loops? The battery's getting weak for flipping. Okay, we'll fly it until the battery dies, so we know what type of flight time to expect out of this. And in these last few moments, let's get some more thumbnails. Yeah, the lights are flashing. Thumbnail, thumbnail, thumbnail. A little wind blowing it here from the side, off to the side. The lights are flashing. We should be landing, but I'm not. I want to fly it until the battery dies, which is soon, I can tell right now. Almost full throttle. Full throttle. I better land it. I don't want to damage the battery. So that's the flight time you get out of this X250. So overall, yeah, I like it. I like that range. I like when you actually, when somebody says 300 meter range and it actually is 300 meter range, that's impressive to me, especially with these toy grade quadcopters. So overall, I think this is a buy. And overall, I think this is an excellent quadcopter to throw a 808 keychain camera on, or get that FPV pod when it comes out for this, because that would make it very, very interesting. Okay, Quadcopter 101, hope you enjoyed this flight. Quadcopter 101, signing out.